It's great to be part of NZ Tech Week 2020. Thank you, everybody, for joining. My name is Gary Gonsalves, and I'm really excited to be here and contribute to Tech Week 2020. A big thank you to NZ Tech Alliance and the sponsors for this platform, and to Eventbrite as well for the tickets. Broca has carefully selected its partners to deliver value in use and by leveraging on our strengths as well. And we are grateful that the partners have accepted us. And this is really what makes us strong and nimble and our capability. And we're proud that our partner sponsors us, and hence this beautiful Maori proverb, Ihara takutua ite tua takitahi, ingari hitua takitini. And that is the collective strength of ours comes from all our partners and our staff and our employees as well. So we're really grateful for that. Now, the pandemic has thrust on us unprecedented change, and we as humans really need to adapt, and I'm sure we will, but we need to take charge and create our environment to flourish. And I feel now is the time to do this. So we need to consider the changing attitudes on the role of the office. I mean, McKinsey research, 80% of people questioned reported that they enjoy working from home. 41% said they are more productive than they had been before, and 28% said they are as productive. So we need to really reconstruct how work is done, basically. So organizations need to identify the most important processes for each major business, geography, and function, and re-envision them completely, often with the involvement of employees. We need to decide whether it is people to work or work to people. And basically what this means is, are we going to be fully remote? Is it going to be hybrid remote, or is it going to be on site? And this is where technology can really assist. We need to redesign the workplace to support organizational priorities. And that means breaking down the corporate culture, the barriers between being physically in the office and out of the office needs to collapse. So without much ado, let me introduce the speakers and let us see how technology can pivot businesses and accelerate recovery. So that's me right on the left, Gary. I'm a director for Broca Consultancy Services, and we are really passionate about technology, and I'm grateful to call New Zealand my home. We then have Paulina on the left as well. And she is from Infotech and all the way from London, Ontario, Canada. And she will talk about IT strategy and diagnostics.
Hello, everyone. Sorry for the brief delay there. My name is Paulina, and I manage the diagnostic team at Infotech Research Group. So I'm very excited to introduce you all today to our diagnostic programs, what they are, how they work, and how they're being used to help IT leaders across the world to improve IT's performance, increase alignment and satisfaction with the organization, and support IT strategy. First, I'm going to start off with a very brief story. Some of you listening in might already be familiar with the face on the screen, but for anyone who isn't, this is Billy Beane, previous GM of the Oakland A's, a pretty famous baseball team in the States. In 2002, Billy Beane lost two key players that wouldn't be replaced, and he was faced with a huge challenge from leadership. Do more with less, something that we're all likely very familiar with. So what did he do? He started asking questions. He asked questions and he used data to uncover that on-base percentage was his key metric or main driver that would allow the A's to win more games and succeed. Billy used the insights and actually went on to win 30 games that year, which was incredible. So what does this mean for us in IT? Well, IT leaders are doing the same thing and it's working for them. So they're using our diagnostic programs to collect data, to use the insights to drive decisions and drive their IT strategy, and they're systematically improving the performance of their IT and technology teams. So who is Infotech Research Group? We're an information technology research and advisory company proudly serving over 35,000 IT professionals across the world. We produce unbiased, highly relevant, and disruptive research to help CIOs and IT professionals make strategic, timely, and well-informed decisions. And we partner closely with professionals like Broca to provide these actionable tools, best practice research, a library of methodologies, vendor assessments, guidance, and more. All of these things aimed at delivering measurable results for organizations and getting their core IT projects completed faster and more efficiently. Our data-driven diagnostic programs are online survey tools that enable IT professionals to objectively measure their success and produce actionable insights by asking the right questions to the right people. Each assessment comes pre-built and designed with a unique scope, audience, set of questions, and produces a graphically intensive deliverable. So we've removed all the heavy lifting out of the process of data collection, reporting, and analysis to leave you with beautiful boardroom-ready results that provide you with an internal benchmark on your capabilities, on your key opportunities, along with year-over-year trending and industry insights. All these insights are aimed to guide you, to help you drive decisions, develop an impactful IT strategy, and systematically improve IT performance year over year. We offer a range of diagnostics that can either be ran alone or ran in combination. We have some programs that assess one specific area, such as security, project management, applications, others that take on a more holistic view and are used to support the IT strategy often. And with any of the programs, these steps are generally the same. We're going to help you collect the data you need and then support you to develop those actionable insights or that strategy based on your particular findings. Using our guidance, our research, and our tools, we then support you as you move through the steps in your unique plan. Now, let's take a quick look at a couple of our programs that we offer. So our CIO Business Vision program is another low effort, high impact program that will give you detailed report cards on the organization's satisfaction with IT's core services. Stakeholder management is a critical aspect of running a successful IT department. So using the insights from this program, you can better understand your stakeholders, find out what's important to them, improve those interactions, and ultimately increase that alignment between IT and the technology side and the organization. Here's a preview of some of the data found within this particular deliverable. At a high level, you get an overall baseline measure of how satisfied the organization feels with IT, how they feel in terms of the value they receive from technology services. We also look at things like IT relationship and communications, and we cover a range of service areas where we ask the participants to rank, prioritize, and score these areas. This allows us to understand where the priorities and opportunities are so we can systematically drive that improvement. You also get capacity metrics, capacity scores by department, and a focus on projects and work orders. Since the business is the one demanding the resources, you can showcase that the demands from the business or organization on IT are needed and make that case for additional support. Another program that we're going to take a quick look at is our IT Management and Governance Diagnostic, which is an internal exercise for your IT leadership team to gather feedback around process performance and priorities. This one, along with the one we just looked at, only takes about 15 minutes to complete. This governance assessment will ensure that you have your critical processes identified and in place so that you can really understand where the strengths and opportunities are. So you can prioritize the core IT processes that are important for your organization and build an improvement roadmap from there. Part of this exercise also involves establishing clear ownership across processes and empowering the team with a development plan across the key governance areas. We use 45 core IT processes. This is a framework that's available on our end that we've built around COVID and augmented based on the experience we've had with hundreds of IT leaders. Ultimately, we're asking some questions around which processes people are responsible for, how effective they are today, and how important they are to the organization to identify what really is critical. Based on the data, we're going to map out your process landscape and provide you with that current state. Now, the important thing to note is your organization is going to dictate what matters most. It's important to collect and analyze the data to know where you should focus for yourself. If you do this annually, you can improve IT's performance and make your organization more satisfied with technology support. And as you mature, your areas of focus will change over time. So if you don't have that data, you might struggle to keep up with those changing priorities. And depending on your specific data and that current state environment that we've identified for you, your diagnostic results will define that action plan and that roadmap. Each begins with the critical task of collecting the data right at the start of the engagement to help inform the rest of the plan. So some of the insights and direction might be exactly what you're expecting heading into the data collection process. Some things might surprise you as well. From our business vision assessment, we've learned some things that we were expecting, and we've uncovered some things that we weren't expecting as well. You might expect to see things like infrastructure and project work drive business satisfaction. But internally, we were a little bit surprised when we first learned just how important things like relationships, communications, and innovation are to business leaders. So at the end of the day, you can't easily manage what you're not measuring. And our research shows that organizations that aren't measuring their performance on a regular basis, they tend to fall flat. The ones that do measure performance, they steadily improve and they drastically outperform peers. So I welcome all of you to reach out to the Broca team for additional information and resources about these programs. Thank you all for your time today.
Thanks, Paulina. Just a very quick question based on what your presentation. The diagnostics looks quite interesting. Is this something that can be implemented in the short term, or does it take really long planning? Like, what is the outcome? Is it a month, 6 months, a year?
All in all, you're looking at a range of about 4 weeks to maybe 6 weeks, depending on the engagement. But we're here to move things quickly and turn things around on your timeline. If there's a deadline in mind, we can turn things around within a few weeks. If more time is needed, then that's available as well. But all the support on our side is quick turnaround times. Typically, these surveys run for about 2 weeks, so there is a little bit of flexibility.
Thank you. Awesome. Thank you very much.